Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining us today for this exciting and informative webinar about drip marketing, turning leads into sales. We'd like to extend a special thank you to all of our international guests from all around the world in places like Asia, Africa, Europe, and of course here in the United States. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all. Due to the overwhelming number of attendees, we obviously will have to mute this webinar. So please feel free anytime during the webinar to put a question in the box underneath and I'll get to it as they come through. I promise I'll respond to each and every one of them. For those of you who are new to our webcast, my name's Cy Wimhainer and I'm the CEO of Adovio. Adovio is quickly becoming one of the leading and fastest growing international insurance marketing and development companies that specializes in turning your website into a lead generating machine. So essentially what we do is help bridge that gap between your agency and your potential customers. We all know that traditional lead sources no longer work. This includes things like yellow pages, purchasing leads, doing direct mail, being listed in internet directories and the like. In this day and age, it's critical that you adaptively position yourself as your own lead source because traditional marketing methods simply do not work. A few years ago, I started an online insurance agency called eHealthQuest. I knew in order to be successful, I had to come up with a good business plan and implement a solid marketing campaign. So I did my research, and like many of you, I started doing the traditional marketing and advertising, like using the yellow pages. I did my share of direct mail, I bought leads, and then went through several online marketing companies, aka false prophets, who claimed they understood my industry and promised the world, but delivered nothing. After burning through thousands of dollars and not getting the kind of return I expected, I took matters into my own hands. I used my 20 plus years of nerdy technical background and applied it to developing successful strategic marketing methodologies that were calculated, decisive, and adaptive in nature. And adaptive is the key word here because the internet is constantly changing virtually every single day, and you have to change with it or you'll fall behind. So fast forward a year, and the results were astounding. I was doing more than 350 plus apps a month in life and health, and I did this with 11 full-time agents, of whom it may be notable that I never met a single one. I quickly became one of the fastest growing online insurance agencies in the United States. Although I could have kept going and been successful with eHealthQuest, I sold it because I found that my true place in this industry was better served by combining my technical background and insurance knowledge based on my recent successes to create a company that could have even more profound impact on the entire industry. So I created Adovio and assembled an amazing staff of marketing and technical professionals who are equally committed to creating adaptive marketing campaigns that help agents, brokers, general agencies, and carriers achieve the same level of success I did with eHealthQuest. But outside of my marketing expertise, what we provide our customers is access to unprecedented development tools and information that can truly transform the way you run your business. Some of those development topics include things like creating effective business plans, how to hire the best remote agents, and implementing incredibly effective drip marketing campaigns like the one I'm about to show you right now. That said, what is drip marketing? Drip marketing refers to an agricultural term. Long ago, farmers developed a drip irrigation system that delivered water to their crops in the right quantity and right intervals to maximize their potential growth. Let's say, for example, this little plant is one of your precious leads. It takes a delicate balance of activities to help it grow into a valuable customer. So you wouldn't want to water this lead with a giant bucket of water all at once, would you? No. But what really happens in our industry most of the time is that we don't end up watering them at all. We get a business card, a phone call, a referral, or whatever our lead source is. We call them once and forget about them. What happens to that lead? It dies. Anybody have a few of these like this on your desk? I can see some of you nodding yes right now. So what do? You have to take this precious little lead and drop it into a marketing system that gives it the best possible chance at developing into one of your most valuable customers. So you may be asking yourself, how does this impact my business? And how effective is drip marketing anyway? Research has shown, and I personally found to be true at eHealthQuest, that 10% of the leads that come in close immediately. These folks already know what they want and they need it right now. They're easy pickings. 20% will never close, ever. You'll get plenty of Ronald Reagans, Mickey Mouses, and other famous people looking for insurance, but they're never going to buy. That leaves 70% of all the rest of the leads that we're going to label as potential customers. At eHealthQuest, 66% of all my total business came from using a strategic drip marketing campaign that turned those potential customers into actual customers. Now let me expand on this for just a minute. When I first started my drip marketing campaign, I did a lot of research on the topic and found plenty of random information, but found very little useful information to help me develop a truly effective plan. And I certainly never found any step-by-step guides that I could plug in and start using right away. And naturally, those out there that were doing well in their agencies weren't about to share how they were doing it. So I was on my own. I continued to refine this drip marketing campaign, getting better and better as the weeks went by, until eventually it accounted for the majority of my business. This success was not reached by accident. It took a lot of trial and error to create the right formula. So if you don't have an effective drip marketing campaign, you're missing out on a potential gold mine, folks. Thankfully, the internet is big enough for all of you. Whether you sell disability, health, or heck, even pet insurance, you're going to greatly benefit from what I'm about to share with you today. So now what? Who wants to double the size of their agency in 2012 just by implementing a system to strategically farm all of those precious leads? So what are the primary elements of an effective drip marketing campaign? Most people tend to think it only involves email. Although email is a very important part, it's only one of three critical elements that, if combined together, create a marketing synergy. That said, they include the first, email. And that doesn't mean sending a boring old email from your personal email account. In fact, never ever use a Gmail type account to communicate with your customers or your prospects. It's unprofessional. Here's a sample of what I've used in the past. And on a side note, all of the following templates that I'll be sharing with you today will be published for free in our library at adovio.com. So use a professional-based email and have it come from your personal domain. For example, Mike at ehealthquest.com, not a Gmail type account. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is that your emails look attractive, professional, and legitimate. Also, what I found to be advantageous is referring to yourself or your agents as advisors. It seems to reduce the pressure of the entire sales process for your prospect. People are way more willing to speak to an advisor than a salesperson or an agent. And just an FYI, there are many affordable resources out there that can help automate this entire process. If you'd like a referral, please contact us and I'd be more than happy to give you some suggestions. The second element is phone calls. Have a prepared script. Please be prepared. Whether someone answers the phone or you have to leave a message and practice it until it sounds natural to you. Either way, your phone script needs to be consistent with your overall drip marketing campaign. These scripts are included in the free template download also. And the third element is postcards. Yes, you heard it right. I said postcards. Most people need to see something 4 times before they make a decision. And many of them need more than just emails and phone calls before they're ready to buy. Having something tangible that comes through the mail establishes a relationship that is sometimes hard to get just purely through electronic forms of communication. Now let me mention that there are other elements to drip marketing out there, but what I've found is that they are just not as effective. Other folks out there are trying to make you send things like newsletters to your prospects, but your prospects don't want to know all the latest news on the insurance industry. For example, if you're looking for tires for your car, would you be excited about receiving monthly newsletters all about the tire industry? No, you just want tires and the best price. So how do you create an effective drip marketing campaign? The answer is in having the right formula. So, it's day 1. Lead comes in. There are 2 things that happen right away. An automated welcome email is sent from your CRM system that you have in place. Even if they buy immediately, this creates an instant connection. The first thing that you need to do is place an immediate phone call. If you reach their voicemail, leave a message with a soft call to action. People ask me all the time, "Cy, when should I call my leads?" You need to call them as soon as the lead comes in. Remember, most of these people are still on your website when this is happening. That is the best time to call them. Unless, of course, it's way after hours, then you need to call them first thing in the morning. But the most important thing to remember here is that time is of the essence. You need to jump on this lead right now. This new lead is like a pot of boiling water. The second that you take it off the fire, it starts to cool off. If you don't jump on it, your competition has inevitably implemented a strategic drip marketing campaign that has beaten you to the sale. If they don't close right away, now that it's day 2, send email number 2. Also call again, but this time, call at a different time than on the previous day. And if no one answers, don't leave a voicemail. You don't want to be hounding them like a peddler. Day 4. If they still don't close, send email number 3 and call at a different time of day than the previous 2 days. If you reach a voicemail, again, do not leave a message. At the end of day 4, if you still have no response and happen to have their physical address, mail a postcard. Postcards are an additional branding opportunity for your business and can be made anywhere for super cheap these days. On a side note, a great relationship building process that you can follow is to send a postcard with a handwritten note on it after every personal interaction that you have with your prospects and customers, thanking them for their business. It will truly set you apart from your competition. Day number 7. If you still have not made contact, send email number 4, call again, and if they don't answer, leave voicemail number 2 and reference the postcard that was sent. This will be your last phone call to this prospect. Day 15, send email number 5, and day 30, send email number 6. If they don't close at this point, they don't deserve any more of your time. They are just not going to buy from you. It is just the way it goes. Focus your attention on all the new hot leads that are coming in. Some people think that if someone doesn't close at this point, then you should continue to email them every couple of days until you get their attention. Trust me, electronic waterboarding will not work. Statistically, a third of your sales should come from leads that close on the first day. The other 2/3 of your sales should come from leads that go through your drip marketing campaign. So it's just math, folks. It makes it easy to calculate how many leads you need to meet your financial goals. Now, if your problem is that you don't have enough leads, how do you fill your funnel with the right type of leads and lots of them? Fact is, nearly all lead generation is now done online. Other methods are simply ineffective. Essentially, you have 2 choices. Now that the government is meddling in your business, you can either quit and get out or learn how to double your sales in 2012. So if you're thinking, no way, Si, I've invested way too much into my business and I'm not going to quit, then you have got to be proactive, not reactive. So what are the primary keys to lead generation? Having the right tools coupled with the right marketing plan. The first is having the right tools. And by tools, I mean you need to have an effective website with a clear call to action and an automated back-end system to automate the CRM and email portion of your drip marketing campaign. If you're in the health and or life business and need a website, our preferred vendor, Quote It, has a number of beautiful websites that have real-time quoting, integrated CRM, and world-class agency support. Their websites can be up and running in a week and have an effective marketing tool built right in. The second critical key to generating leads is having an adaptive marketing plan. Generating leads on the internet can be very fluid and complex. You need to work with a marketing company like Adovio that knows your industry, has the ability to monitor your competitors, and adapt your marketing plan as needed on a monthly basis. Your marketing plan needs to be targeted for the products that you sell and the communities that you sell in. You need to generate your own leads. Stop buying leads. It doesn't work anymore. And it needs to be flexible and adaptive enough to keep you ahead of your competition. Folks, your customers have moved. The vast majority of mankind has turned to the internet for their research and decision making because they feel empowered. We don't have to convince people to go look for insurance. They're already doing it. All I need to do is help you get in front of the right people and carve out some of that business for yourself. There are millions upon millions of searches being done every single month by people looking for you and your products. If you're running your agency the same old way, these people are already calling your competitors. Online marketing is no longer just an idea or fad. It's a necessity if you want to survive in the 21st century. Adovio has an amazing dedicated marketing team to help you achieve all of your goals, to help you sell more insurance than you ever thought possible. Whether you need 10 leads a month or 10,000 leads a month, we can help you achieve greatness. If you're ready to take the next step or simply want to talk to a marketing advisor, call us or fill out the orange box on our homepage at adovio.com and take that first step. And as a way to say thank you for attending today's webinar and to help kickstart the year that everything changed for you, one lucky attendee will win a free Quote It website with quoting for an entire year. Thank you so much to Quote It for this generous offer. That said, don't let another year go by without taking control of your business destiny. Go to our website and see how Adovio can help you turn your dreams into reality. Thank you to all of our attendees. Now go make today amazing.